Good morning. Good morning, Seashay. Good morning, Gamley. I hope you're enjoying that popcorn, Seashay. Speaking of popcorn, Costco recently had a sale on microwave popcorn. Oh my god, I've been eating so much. Usually, when it comes to popcorn, I haven't been buying the microwavable kind until like for years I've not, right? I just buy the jar of kernels and then do it on stovetop. Oh yeah, it's so much popcorn. Have you managed to finish in a year? It's so much. You still I was like, yeah. I feel that too, but I usually just buy the jar, right? And then in unpopped kernel form, I only eat like 2 tablespoonfuls. The microwavable popcorn is like 3 or 4 times that much in each bag. And I've been eating the whole bag in one sitting. Yeah, I can't stop. It's so much popcorn for me to eat in one sitting. You have popcorn too, Gamley? Oh, I hope you enjoy that too, but definitely don't eat as much as I've been eating. The thing is, like, if I let the popcorn just like sit there and cool down, it'll go soggy. It's not good anymore. So I've been eating the entire bag. I did look up recently though. I could terribly maybe you shall whenever you partake in popcorn, Gamley, please do not overindulge as I do. I've been thinking, okay. I looked it up, and you can actually take out the popcorn from the microwavable popcorn bag and just do it stovetop. I might do that so that I save myself from eating a whole bag of popcorn. Like decades ago, I had popcorn that was in like the half bags, and that was like a good amount of popcorn. It was also like lime flavor, so I like that, like salt and lime. It was a nice flavor. That was like supposedly the, you know, in quotes, diet flavor, but whatever. what does that even fucking mean? It was good. Lime is good. Lime is good on popcorn. I don't have limes though. I never have limes. I only have lemons. Lime! Yeah, lime! It was a really long time ago. It was like supposedly a like, in once again in quotes, a diet flavor. But it was good. It was so good. Lime is good in Coke. Yes, I always love putting lemon in my Coke. Unfortunately, I never have limes, so I can't try that. But I'm sure it's delicious. I love lime things. You like cheese kettle corn? Oh my god, kettle corn. Sweet popcorn is so bad for me because I want to eat all of it. I actually, you know what? When I make my popcorn, like from the like jar popcorn, all I put is like a little bit of oil and salt and pepper, and I love that already. It's like such a healthy in quotes snack, but it's so good, just salt and pepper. I love my plain food. Oh my goodness. Another thing, well, I'm so off. I need to get to Ace Attorney, but I also want to talk about snacks. Used to sell lime Coke back in, the early aughts. I loved vanilla cola. It tasted like ice cream floats. It's so good. I was saying, another snack that I got recently is chips that are pizza flavor. It's like Miss Vicky's, like something pizza. Is it vodka? Is it like margarita? I don't know. One of those two. and it tastes exactly like pizza, and it's quite nice. But I like my plain snacks. I just like sea salt on my chips. That's the type of chip that I keep going back to, is just salt. 7-Eleven has root beer float gourmet ice. What? Oh my gosh, like chemical vanilla? That vanillin. Chemical vanilla is okay most of the time, usually in like sweet things. But man, the good vanilla is so good. I want to, maybe if I get some money, I want to make my own vanilla extract. I hear it's such a different experience in vanilla. I want that good vanilla flavor. Anyways, I think it's enough talk about snacks. I look up how to make vanilla extract on my own. And people have such juicy vanilla bean pods. You can mess up vanilla extract? How? Like not enough alcohol? Real vanilla, yes, real vanilla is so expensive. Yes, and why you charge so much when you used to make baked goods? Exactly, and you should. Baked goods are so much work, and like quality ingredients you can taste the difference, but it's so much more expensive. I totally understand. Yeah, refusing to use imitation vanilla, I totally understand. It's such a difference. Wrong alcohol. Oh, percentage. I see. Oh my god, it's so true. I saw like somebody do a tutorial using grade A vanilla beans. And they're so like fat and juicy with so many seeds, and then like the tutorial showed like these are like the 2 teeny weeny expensive beans that you can get in a store, and they're all like skinny and shriveled with like nothing in them. I want those juicy beans. But they're so expensive. But no. The thing is, if you buy in bulk, it's of course like expensive upfront, but you get a lot more. But if you think about it, like the two skinny dry beans, that's already like $20. It's so terrible, and they're not even good. Is a complete waste of money. Bulk juicy beans. I need that bulk juicy beans. Oh my god. I've heard it's fucking impossible to make on your own. Orchids? Trying to pollinate orchids? Are you fucking kidding me? I have an orchid that smells like vanilla, and it smells fucking delicious. It flowers like once a year, and it makes my room smell delicious every time I wake up. But that's it. I am not pollinating vanilla. The reason why vanilla beans are so expensive is because the labor and the skill required to make them. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get back to murder. Not murdering my wallet, okay? But murdering of people. Fictional people, obviously. I wonder who our new characters are going to be and who is dying. Or dead, sorry. They're not dying. The one who's dying is the defendant, if we don't get this right. Did they have capital punishment? In... what are we? Early 1900s? I forget. We're either late 18 or early 19. 18th February, 9:45 a.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. Oh, thank goodness. We're in time. There's still 15 minutes until the trial begins. I never knew a horse-drawn carriage could go so fast. I thought my teeth were going to rattle loose. I've also heard that these horse-drawn carriages are actually really easy to tip. These old ones. And I only know this because of Bridgerton. People who are really into Bridgerton, who do the historical, what do you call it? Historical research. And then tell me about it afterwards. In a YouTube short. I don't know how reliable the information is, but Did you hear what I said to the driver when we climbed aboard? Get us to our destination in 5 minutes, driver, and there's a guinea in it for you. Did they actually give them a guinea? It's one of my favorite lines from Sherlock Sholmes, and it worked quite perfectly. I'm not sure why you're so pleased. I thought we were going to die, and we had to pay gold for the privilege. Well, at least we arrived here before the trial started. Yes, I suppose there's that. Anyway, I don't understand it. The court clerk said the defendant should be here, but there's no sign of him at all. Are they under the bench? So, this is the Old Bailey. Even this room for defendants to wait in is grand. Okay. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm feeling tense, that's all. This place gives me the same sense of foreboding that I remember from the Supreme Court in Japan. An oppressive air, almost as if the building itself is going to crush whoever is about to be sentenced. It feels like only yesterday that I was the one about to be crushed. Yes, whoever the man you're defending is, I imagine he's feeling very alone at this moment. Top of the morning to you, madam. Sir? Oh, is this the defendant? What are yous doing following me here? Things are fair desperate, are they? What accent is this? Sorry? Would you look at those expressionless faces? From the East, are yous? Are you like Willy Wonka style? What are you? Well, we're from Japan, yes. Ah, Japan, is it? Right, say no more. So, how much do yous need? No, we're here, we're just here because... No need to explain, fella. I've been there myself, so I have. So, okay. No place to go, nothing to eat, barely a penny to your name, and all the while in a strange, faraway land. Well, actually, we haven't found a place to stay yet, no. 'Tis grand. Oh, thank you for the brain cell, Senko. I appreciate it. I will use it for good, maybe. How's you, Senko? How's you? Are you doing your work? If you start streaming, I have to quit my stream now. About work. Oh, a bedtime story. Thank you, Seishrei, for redeeming that, so that I can finish my book at some point. Oh my god, we still have at least 100 and we have 200. Oh god, we have 200 and We might have close to 300 pages left. One day I'll finish it. I want to finish it by the end of this year. Distracting you from not doing work, is that right? Well, you know what would be awesome? What better way to do work than to listen to me narrate or voice act, kind of say all the lines to this game while you do your drawings and stuff. I don't know what you're doing, Senko. Do your work. No fun allowed, Senko. Let me start by giving you 1,000 guinea. 1,000? Say nothing now. Wow, this is a rich man. 1,000 guineas? Please, Mr. Sato, you don't have to shout. But 1,000 guineas is enough to build an entire mansion in the most prestigious area of Tokyo. Wait, I have to know how much 1,000 guineas is in our time with inflation. When is Ace Attorney Chronicles set? Late 19th, early 20. Oh yeah. So around, like I said, late 1800s, early. So let's just go for 1900s. Misplaced the juicer. You made 20 minutes. It's not in any of that. It's not in the drink. Oh god. The misplaced things because brain not braining. I'm sorry, Gamley. I hope you find it. Set in 19... How much is 1,000 guineas from 1900s today? In Canadian dollars, according to AI. Google. Oh god. What is the case of oh Jesus. 300,000. Really? Only? That's not gonna buy you a house today. Only $300,000? That'll barely get you an apartment. Wait. How much is a single guinea worth today? Only? Wow. It's not gonna buy you shit. God, I wish. Yeah, right? No, well, when I say apartment, I was thinking like tiny. Like one room and a bathroom. And like a half kitchen, you know what I mean? Like studio apartment, I'm talking. You're not core downtown anywhere in any city. Oh, it might get you half an apartment. I don't know. It might get you a quarter of an apartment. You know what? You'll make rent. It's just less and less. A studio in the middle of nowhere. Oh gosh. When you live on alone, had an efficiency apartment to walking distance downtown. Oh my god, 300! Dude! Housing has gone so bad! It's so terrible! Oh my goodness! I just want to live a life with mysterious source of income. Doesn't everybody? I just want to win the lottery. And tell nobody. But you would know. There would be signs. Oh gosh, okay. Oh god, why is it so much now? Why is the jump in price more than double, Gamly? Oh good god. From 650 to 22,250? Christ. Oh my good god. This is so sad. Oh, so sad. Susato, you lived in a time where you could buy a mansion for 300k. The dream right there. We can all live in Fantasyland right now. In Ace Attorney Fantasyland where money meant something. Where you could live. It had a lake view too? Holy shit, Gably. Damn. I'd see you would have so many plants. I would. You don't understand. I would have like one of those, is it called like an atrium? Like an indoor thing for plants. Basically an indoor greenhouse that has like a skylight. There would be signs. Mysterious source of income. It was a great apartment. Backyard always smelled like garlic bread. Ooh, that's a plus. Although I don't know if I would want that every day though. Like it sounds nice, but I don't know if I would get sick of it every day. And so many cats! Yeah, there would be so many cats. Whatever the city limit of cats is. Unless I can pay off like some official to have more cats. And then I would have like a freaking bird sanctuary. I would have peacocks and they would go quack all the time. Yep, there would definitely be signs. Yes, and fish. Of course, I'm gonna own a fucking lake. All the fish are mine. And then I would also have a pond with a little waterfall. Duck-faced bug. Yeah, and then the indoors would be tropical. Because those duck-faced, the rubber ducky isopods, those are tropical. I think they're from, is it like Thailand or something? My brother won't let me get Sylvie, a friend. Oh, because he has 3 dogs upstairs. Oh, well. As long as the cat is faster. Is it? Man, that's no fair at all. You have your 3 dogs. Why no cat friend? I just looked over at my fish tank. My snail just stole my thermometer. It made off with the aquarium thermometer. It's bringing it around the tank. It's basically riding it like a sailboat. How did it get on there? How? Whatever. They don't even interact with each other. The dogs are upstairs and you're in the basement. Yeah, I don't. Those are just excuses. Your brother's making excuses. Those are terrible, unjustified excuses. I love the stupid snail. Alright. So distracted because of affordable housing in this game. What? That's nothing to me at all. I like to ensure that I have sufficient funds to weather a rainy day, you see. I've had enough wealth to buy a city of London 2 or 3 times over. Could that much rain even fall in one day? Even so, we couldn't possibly accept such a large sum of money. Oh, thank you. That hit me in the eye. You know what that kind of coin toss reminds me of? It's like the old 3D movies where it's a complete gimmick. What's this game on the 3DS? Jawline is insane. It's very inverted, you know, it's Chads wish they had this. Also, good morning. If I was rich, I planted a fish tank with pea puffers. Oh, those are so cute. And purple snail of some sort, or blue amano shrimp and purple snail. I'm pretty sure all of those can live together. I do know puffers eat snails, but I'm pretty sure it's the much smaller ones. I don't know if the puffers would harass. I don't know if puffers harass shrimp. Unsure. But that sounds like an adorable tank. And honestly, if you were rich, if you make that tank large enough, they can live together even if they were even if they harass each other. Snails might want to get a restraining order. Oh, like a big snail. Yeah, a big snail is safe. I'm still looking at my snail who has stolen my thermometer. Don't get me wrong, fella. I'm not giving it ya no strings attached. I'll be wanting you to do something for me. Oh? To be honest, it's a little embarrassing, but I murdered a man. The trial is about to begin, you see. It's for me good self here. I'll be on the dock. Oh. So now, what do you want to do? Is come along with me and stand there beside me. Officially, you'd be my lawyer, but that's just a little detail now. Oh, well, the thing is, don't worry about a thing. All you have to do is stand up there and next to me, nothing more. Otherwise, you see, the trial's gonna start without me having any kind of representation at all. He's so dramatic. So, it was true. The Lord Chief Justice wasn't just making it all up. I'm terribly sorry to have to ask, but you're supposed to be making ammo mats? Specifically buttshot and bullet tips. Well, good luck with that, Gamley. I hope you have a cozy time making ammo. Sometimes in those type of games, when there's crafting involved, Sometimes I just get into the groove and like I do nothing but crafting and I end up with like thousands of the same item. For no discernible reason, but it was just fun to do the same thing over and over again. Very meditative, very relaxing. Does that mean you're the defendant in this trial? Bluster and blazes! Do yous not know who I am? Me? One of London's biggest names? Farming sim for you! Oh, with the mod, yes. Just occasionally have to stab a zombie in the face while tending to my crops. That sounds excellent. Oh my goodness, that reminds me of the time. I basically modded Minecraft to be like peaceful, only building and gathering. Forget the whole nighttime zombies, skeletons and spiders and shit. Not creative mode. There is a mode that's just peaceful. But I still had to go adventure and like gather all the materials, okay? Unfortunately, the first person perspective gives me a headache. So I cannot play my cozy game. So I never like continued playing it really. No, sorry. We've only just arrived in the city, you see. See, Shreya, same headache. Headache buddies, yay! I see. Suppose it isn't altogether impossible. You didn't understand how Minecraft work? My friend Tanner taught me how to be good at it. Oh, for 72D? So I played Minecraft when it just came out, so it was way simpler back then. If you threw me in Minecraft now, yeah, 7 days to die. Oh, thank you. I was like, I know that's one of the survival zombie games, but I couldn't figure out what the name was. But yes, thank you, Gamley. But yeah, if you threw me in Minecraft now, I would be the same. I have no idea what the frick is happening anymore. I would be playing it like old Minecraft. So actually, I never figured out how redstone worked. Even old Minecraft was hard for me. There's so much stuff in Minecraft now. It's pretty crazy. Well, just next to Hyde Park there in the center of London is another beautiful park. Sorry? A park? What? It's called McGilded Park, full of blossom flowers and spring and singing birds and whatnot. Oh, you stream for the first time? Well, I mean, I think that's kind of how streams go, actually, Camly. When you like, I mean, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, a lot of people just like chilling when it comes to streams and watching streams. It's a different type of content compared to like edited videos, right? Like what you might consider something worth watching. A lot of people like who upload edited things on YouTube, they are absolutely editing like 4 hours into half an hour of time. So definitely don't feel bad about it. These are just how streams go. That's just the medium. You actually edited the video? Dude, that's a lot of work. To 15-minute chunks with good parts? Oh my goodness, that's so much work, Gamley. I want to be able to do that much work. It's just man, I don't have the attention for it anymore. I used to do edited videos, no longer. It was a long time ago when I had that patience. I donated it to the city, so I did. An entire park? In central London? A city of smiles. That's my vision for London. There's nothing Magnus McGilded wouldn't do for the city, and it's just queer old people. I've never heard of the word queer. Define queer. Oh, it's queer. another word to say queer. Okay. As in strange. Hey, Gamley, look. You're doing a lot more than I am. Even if it's like exported to 15-minute chunks and then deleting them, you still like that's more than I do. I don't even want to do that, Gamley. That's amazing. I mean, really extraordinary. Ah, but now they've the gall to say I'm good for nothing criminal. Me, Magnus McGilded. What's the matter with London's police, I ask you? Alright, don't pass out. Mr. Naruhodo, perhaps now would be a good time to introduce ourselves, while this gentleman catches his breath. Good idea. Mr. McGilded, the thing is, we're actually here in London to study British law. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. And you turned the very first thing, the clip, as a YouTube short? Gambling. That's already doing more than I am. Like, look, I know as a content creator, I need to be making shorts, but damn! I'm the laziest content creator. But the thing is, like, it keeps me actually, like, streaming. If I put no expectations on myself, I keep streaming. So that's how I deal with it. So congrats to you, Gamley, for doing that. Yes, we're law students. We're law students on a study tour from Japan, you see. So, if you don't have a lawyer for trial yet, and you'd be happy to put yourself in our hands, we'll do our best. What was I after saying? Wait, what was I after saying, you daft Egypt? I've given you 1,000 guineas to stand up there next to me, haven't I? Well, yes. But I wasn't really offering just to stand up there next to you. He's got some anger issues. I can see why he's being pinned for a crime now. I'm slowly getting it. Good morning, Potato. Oh, I see you are also enjoying popcorn. Don't eat too much like I do. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, is that why I've been having a stomachache? No, that's not the reason why. No, it's no, no. Eats too much popcorn. What fool eats too much popcorn? One with a terrible stomach. Do chickens get digestive problems? I know they get respiratory problems a lot. No, chickens eat anything. Fake bars? Ooh. Do you make them, Gamley? Is it a problem where you make a whole sheet and then you eat the entire thing? Yes, they die. Really, Potato? No way. I don't believe you. They're not like fish. One shoot? Isn't that like a regular thing to have only one shoot? Oh, I think I see what's going on here. I feel like you're lying to me, Potato. I don't believe these chicken lies. Chicken facts from a potato? I don't know. Although potato and chicken does really go well together. I'm a fowl. Says that. So that's normal? I see. I'm just fowl. I'm not chicken. Sorry? I know what you're thinking. This Chancer fellow claims to have more money than the Queen. But if that's true, why the places can't he hire the finest lawyer in all England? Because he did! That's the only explanation. Well? Well... Exactly. I have the confidence of... Yes, exactly. What now? Well, like you said, if you have all that money but you don't have anyone to represent you in court, there is no other logical conclusion than that you're guilty of the charges. That's not what I meant by yes, exactly. Oh, sure, yeah. Well, you call a spade in the East, so you do. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean any offense. I still can't express myself very well in English, you see. Runosuke pulling out the English is my second language card. Me no English, you see. And I'm never sure what's acceptable to say and what isn't, so... Is that so? Because you sounded fluent enough when you were telling me what a blackguard I must be. I'm terribly sorry. Wahaha! I can't say I blame you for thinking it, fella. It's a little strange, to be honest. Why you don't have a lawyer, I mean. That would be the fault of the Reaper. Oh, the prosecutor? Are we going to see is it going to be like Edgeworth's ancestor? Did he say the Reaper? Aye, the Grim Reaper of Bailey. Lord Baron von Zykes. Or Zeeks? I'm gonna look that up. How to pronounce Z-I-E-K-S. Zeeks. Zeeks. Okay, yeah. Seems there's a consensus for Zeeks. Lord Baroque von Zeeks. He's the prosecutor. The prosecutor is the Grim Reaper? Is it Von or is it Van? Oh, no, this can't be Edgeworth's ancestor then, if they're Dutch. if they're Zeeks, if they're Van Zeeks, whose ancestor are we gonna see? When Van Zeeks stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And to this day, in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. What? So, it's reached the desperate situation where there is no one willing to stand in defense against the fellow at all. You could say he's a living legend of Old Bailey. Goodness, Lord Baroque Van Zeeks. He must be an exceptionally talented prosecutor then. Talented isn't the word you're looking for, madam. It's cursed. Cursed? What on earth? The defendant is summoned, and his counsel. Please, make your way to the courtroom. The trial is about to begin. His counsel? That would be me. Oh, 'tis time. Well then, fella, don't let me down. But I don't know anything about the case. You haven't told me what happened. Until you showed your face here. I made up my mind, so I had... Sorry? I decided I have to defend myself in there. How would that have worked? But then you made an appearance. A student of law, wouldn't you know? 'Tis no accident, I can assure you of that. 'Tis fate. So don't get cold feet now, please. I literally know nothing about the case, or about this man who stands accused. In fact, the only thing I know is that I can't just turn my back on him. Mr. Naruhodo. The man has no one. He'll have to stand alone in that courtroom, armed with nothing to defend himself. Yes, something that Kazuma would never have allowed to happen. Counsel for the defense, what are you doing? If you're late for the start of the trial, you will lose your right to stand. I'll be right there. It's happening then. My first trial in a British court. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because I have no idea how I'm going to manage this. Ooh, we have a new court! With the fire and the black and the white, really? That's very symbolic. Wait. Oh! Is this the jury? Oh, are we doing jury now? This is where the jury is. I was told this game is jury, but for the first trial we didn't have that. So, this is the highest court in Great Britain and Old Bailey. The centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different to the Supreme Court in Japan. It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair. There's even an audience over here, huh? Or is that, is that the defendant? I don't know. May I say something, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh no, there's other people here. You can faintly see them. Let me trace out this hat, this top hat, this person's face over here, and then there's a lump. So yeah, this is an audience too, but behind us. Oh gosh. Yes. What? He's so nervous again. Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again. I know, but I just can't help it. Oh my god! It's a vampire? We're up against a vampire? In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Mr. Magnus McGilded. I now call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared. That must be the Reaper of Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his poor victim to the underworld. Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English? Huh? Oh, yes, of course, sorry. But he asked if the defense was ready. And I couldn't be further from ready if I tried. Those eyes please me, Nipponese. They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage. The quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb. A cold shiver just ran down my spine, all the way to the tips of my toes. Now, Mr. McGilded. Yes, my lord? You stand accused of murder, a capital offense. You could be sentenced to the gallows if found guilty. Are you quite sure you wish to entrust your defense to this foreigner? As I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if the fellow's a student from some little island off the far east, it's not the British way to ignore the dangers to yourself and give those less fortunate a fair chance. Or is it not the British way? I'd like to think that the act of chivalry do the great British Empire proud. Does she have like a leprechaun accent? Oh, what a fine gentleman in London. Did you hear that he donated £5,000 to the government the other day? Mother, please, may we go play in the McGilded? It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded. That's definitely welcome news. And he certainly has a way with words. I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him. Eloquently put, Mr. McGilded, and most laudable sentiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm sure I need hardly remind you that you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality. Are you ready to proceed? Oh my god, look at these characters. This one looks like it's from Professor Layton. Or these two, honestly. Very, like, cartoonish eyes. Oh god, I'm not gonna do 6 voices. Yes, my lord. If the task is to send rotters to the gallows, where they belong, I'm more than ready. At the manor, his lordship always said we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I agree. Ha! Any criminal here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me. Oh, okay. I feel a chill. Oh, don't mind me, my dears. I'll just be getting on with my knitting. Must finish these mitts for my grandson. She's the killer, it's her! The one you least expect. The one that looks the most innocent. Grammy. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Those people are the jury. Yes. That's something we don't have in Japan yet. That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors. The judge passes sentence according to law, but the jurors determine guilt based on common sense. So, the defendant is ultimately judged from 2 completely different points of view. But how exactly do the jurors give their verdict? That I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses. Yes. Prosecutor Van Zeeks. My lord. It's been a number of years since we've seen you in here in the courtroom. I thought you'd renounce your fame. I'm known as the Reaper of Bailey, my lord. Infamy rather than fame, I would say. But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity. So, what brings you back? Is there some change of circumstance of which the court should be aware? I leave that to your imagination, my lord. So, the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Why did he have to choose the day of all days to make a comeback? Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo. Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo. As you wish, sir. The court nevertheless welcomes your return. Now then, opening statements, I think. A summary of the case, if you please. Certainly, my lord. As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity. We must be the only ones here who aren't aware. Oh my god, a scroll! The incident took place in the late evening. 3 days passed. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was a maker of building bricks, known to the community as Thrice-Fired Mason. Wow, he's a mason, so his name is Mason. Sorry? Thrice? He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he fired were said to be almost indestructible. Oh, wow. Straight in the stomach. The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus, in service on the streets of London at that time. The dagger had been thrust into the victim's abdomen. Is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at Scotland Yard. Thank you, counsel. I shall accept that, and the photograph is evidence. The autopsy report. A report prepared by the Scotland Yard coroner. It gives the cause of death as internal hemorrhaging, as a result of a single stab wound to the abdomen. Here's some, what's it called? Keywords here. Internal hemorrhaging. A single stab wound to the abdomen. Alright. Log that into the brain. Crime scene photograph. A photograph of the victim taken on the omnibus. The knife in his abdomen is clearly visible, but the face is partly obscured from an old crooked hat. Alright. And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well. And these are... Good lord! Is that blood, counsel? Yes, my lord. Seized by a policeman who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested. What? Mr. McGilda's gloves had blood on them? Why would he be wearing gloves with his rings? Yes, I will accept these evidence as evidence as well. The defendant's leather gloves Defendant's leather gloves. The leather gloves the defendant was wearing at the time of the incident. There's a blood stain on the right glove. How did I get into this? I'm backed into a corner before I've even started. Continuing. According to the driver of the omnibus, there were only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time. Only 2? Obviously, one of the passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason. The other was the accused, Magnus McGilded. Look at that fancy point. Wow, so nonchalant. There is a third person on that bus, and it is the bus driver! Mr. Van Zeeks, I got you! No. Oh. Well, rather damning circumstances, to say the least. Defendant, what say you? Well, of course I have no recollection of the thing. Mr. McGilded. To be sure, I rode that omnibus that evening. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. Are you claiming to have been asleep? Just the motion of the carriage, my lord. Lilting as it is, and when I opened my eyes again, it was a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I'd never laid my eyes on in my life. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fellow bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about my gloves now, was I? I reached out and gave the man a hand. So, the blood got onto the gloves then, after the man had been killed. Unfortunately, that statement of the driver's is only the beginning. What? That's not all of it. There were multiple witnesses. How? To the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed. How when there were only 2 people aboard? Oh! Is that person allowed to be typewriting? Order! Order! When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage. And there were witnesses to the crime. This is not a case of compelling evidence. Or sorry, not just a case of compelling evidence. It is the nail in the coffin for the accused. Thank you, counsel. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear. I think we should hear a testimony from these witnesses first of all. Your wish is my command. Bailiff, bring the witnesses at once. Oh, gosh. A rickety man. Stern and then polite. There we go. Witnesses, your names and occupations. My name is, well, everyone calls me Beppo. I drive an omnibus at East End. Bruce, fair play. I'm a banker in the city. My name is First. Lady First. I make hats for gents. Are you sure you're not a lady? First? Are you sure you're not a first lady? First lady first? Let's begin by confirming the facts. 3 days ago, at a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in the omnibus and witnessed the aforementioned incident. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Quite right. Yes, sir. That's right, sir. Very well, then. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. Lady First is the reason why his hat is all falling off, even though he's a hatter, is because he's hiding long hair up there because you're a lady. It would be an extremely what do you call it? Revealing name. although lady is a name for a lady, so it's not that strange to have a name of lady. What the witnesses saw. It was the last bus of the evening, so I had very few customers. I remember it well. The victim, the man accused of killing him, were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then, out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife into his guts. That's right. He stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and then I saw it too. Okay, you know what? When they said omnibus, I was imagining a bus, like a double-decker in London, but once he pulled out his whip, I was like, oh, that makes sense, because it would probably be a horse-drawn bus. Is that actually what they look like? Wait. Are they actually horse-drawn buses? 1900 omnibus. Oh my god, it is! Shopping. Google, I don't want to shop an omnibus. No, oh my god, some of them are. Like, there's engines there, but, like, if this is a horse-drawn bus. Is that what the title card is? Is the omnibus? But that one looked really small. It just looked like a small carriage. But holy shit, that's a lot of people that these horses are pulling. God, no wonder why they died. And then there's, like, a spiral staircase at the back for you to go upstairs. Oh my god. I could not have thought of this as a real thing. A double-decker bus being as drawn by horses. Amazing. Very cool. I don't think the bus that we're talking about is double-decker though. The in-game. It is a single-decker. Unambiguous testimony, I must say. Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes. I'd like to ask a question, if I may. Yes, counsel? Well, this testimony... makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why not? Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it? As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes. Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way that they could have seen the inside of a moving carriage. How quaint. I've read the civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses? Uh-huh. Tell me, my Nipponese friend, have you even traveled in an omnibus? Well, no. We, only arrived in London this morning. No matter. I've arranged for us to see it for ourselves. The actual scene of the crime, that is. What? What do you mean? The actual scene? How? The carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much. Yes. The omnibus in which the bloody crime took place is here, today, in this very building. Here? What? The entire carriage? Bailiff? Bring forth the stricken omnibus. Ooh, yeah. Oh, it is double-decker, but you have to climb a ladder. Wow. London 5th Avenue. So, that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't really believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing. As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. 4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and the other 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight on the roof, allowing a view of the interior from the seats above. Ah, a skylight. Oh! The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on the omnibus when the murder took place. That is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight. It was a very dirty incident. That makes perfect sense. Well, counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I had never experienced a crime scene being brought into the courtroom. There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. Very well. I see no reason why not. This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. Omnibus, the 8-seater omnibus that was the scene of the crime. There were passengers both inside the carriage and on the roof deck that night. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence. Yes, Great Britain is simply extraordinary. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here. Let us continue with the proceedings then. Your cross-examination, counsel. Pray, don't expect this Nipponi stray to understand the intricacies of a British court cross-examination rights. Alright, my first cross-examination in a British court. Focus, Ryunosuke. Focus. Ooh, it's stained glass! Oh, it's so fancy! What the witnesses saw. It was the last boss of the evening, so I had few customers. I remember it well. Press everything! Press everything! Yes, I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it? Oh, yes, sir. That's right, sir. Yes. In fact, ever so cold it was, sir. Freezing, in fact. And you had 4 passengers on board at the time. Is that correct? Yes, that's right. Not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, of course, though, no. And there were no other passengers when the incident took place. No one alighted, for example. You're quite right with that, sir. No passengers like that, no, none. So, nobody fled the scene of the crime, then? I have to say, the boss insists on running, he does, every evening, the last bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say. What do you mean by that? Well, with it being so cold and everything, and only making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spend that much on the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again. The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Hold it! And you saw them through the skylight. In the roof of the carriage. That's right. When you sit up on the top deck, the window's right there at your feet. There was a lamp on the inside, so I had a pretty good view. The 2 of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. But there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded. How can you be so sure? Well, how can I put it politely? Mr. McGilded is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else. Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. There is no room for doubt here. I really wish there was. Then out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged the knife right into his guts. Hold it! You actually saw the exact moment it happened. Didn't I already testify in that? Or to that? Or are fair dinkum hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days? Oh, no, I didn't mean that. This is no good. I really got his back up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little... My lord. Juror number 3, what's the meaning of this? My mind's made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up about what? I don't like the stinking rich. Never have. They're always up to something or the other. Something or the other they shouldn't be. Every one of them. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me. Oh my god, he does have a leprechaun accent. I don't know what that is. That's like, Irish? Irish, but like teeny tiny man? Oh, wow, he's convinced. Oh, okay. They could just fucking do that, like magic. There's no point in wasting more of this. There's no point in wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter anyway. That is precisely what I was about to say. Oh, wow. You too, huh? As for the foreman of the jury, it is my duty to set a good example to my fellow jurors. Wow, this is so cinematic. What is happening here? Let me see. Yes. It seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts. With fire? Apparently, yes. White for innocence and black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one, they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we saw a moment ago. And if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean... Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen. Now I'm even more worried than I was before. Very well. The court acknowledges the change in the jury's stance. Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. This is a nightmare. That's right. He stabbed him. I screamed, I did. I couldn't help it. Hold it! He stabbed him, you say. And you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you? Yes, that's right, sir. I was up on the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. And I've been thinking about the new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then I happened to look down through the skylight. It was sticking right out from his belly, that huge great knife. A grim sight indeed. Oh, that didn't help me at all. The jury look like they're even more convinced my client did it than they were before. That appears to have made everyone even more dubious that Mr. McGilded is telling the truth. If only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions. Mr. First. Yes, sir? Is this the knife you saw? Oh, good grief! Yes, that's it. The very one, sir. Is that... Yes, counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly, like a stake through the heart. Steak, delicious. That is a blade of considerable size, counsel. It is, and furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned predominantly with a certain initial. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar. Please no. M for Magnus, perhaps? Or McGilded, possibly? Take your pick. It seems this particularly big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
Objection.
But there are M's everywhere. Yes, like Mason.
Objection.
This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. No, this weapon of murder most certainly belongs to the accused. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, counsel. The murder weapon? A large-ish knife. I love our large-ish. A large-ish knife that was found lodged in the victim's abdomen. Its quality and fancy adornment suggest it must be quite valuable. My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption. Juror number 2, go on. Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society and a gentleman, and a gentleman's word should be sacrosanct. However, those of us in service know we must accept hard truths. Wait, what are you about to dispose of the rubbish? No. I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime. I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today, and cross-referenced all the facts. As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion. No, not again. That's 4 out of 6 jury members who have proposed a guilty verdict. But there are only 2 left. I've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, they just make the situation worse. Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark. I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly. We mustn't give up hope that that will uncover something that will give us a way to fight back. But all right, I'll keep trying. I can't give up. I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. Do I have a limited number of presses then? Oh. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus and then I saw it. Okay. What do I have? A report prepared by the Scotland Yard coroner gives the cause of death as internal hemorrhaging as a result of a single stab wound to the abdomen. Okay, take a look at it. Examine. Victim, name thrice fired Mason, male, 45, oh god. Age 54, occupation brickmaker. Time and cause of death, 15th of February, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. Okay. Well, that's certainly a knife. And a hat. And a knife. Is that the same knife? Oh, button. Button missing. Button missing? What mean for button missing? Okay. Oh, do we have something here? Something in the sleeves or in the holes. This is definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day in London. Well, nothing will come of grumbling now. No. By the way, is Mr. McGilded right-handed? Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand earlier. Ah, pity. If only he had been left-handed. I think blood on either glove will be fairly incriminating, really. Nothing else to examine? Ugh. Ooh, I can examine the whole thing. Oh, whoops, sorry. Wow. So much to look at. So, this is the roof deck of the omnibus. Oh. Oh, you must have a wonderful view of London streets from up here. So people sit all the way up here on bitter winter nights with the cold air brushing past them? And they have to pay money to do so? Brr, I can't imagine how cold it must feel. That just made me think of something horrible. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in freezing cold as a punishment? Perhaps that is the real price you should pay to stay out late. Did you hear that? Everybody who stays up late needs to be dragged around in the cold. Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we? The scene of the murder. It's horrible. Oh, we can actually go inside? Holy shit. Here we are. That's blood that's soaked into the seat. The victim's, obviously. Yes, and that seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck. Would you really stab someone in full view of other passengers like that, I wonder? Well, it was after dark. And there was a lamp in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything through the skylight. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Ah, that's a poster for the Great Exhibition. That's due to start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition. Oh, the Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event. I love Crystal Towers. Ooh. The same tower? Ah. It's 6 months from now. Oh, yeah, tower, grand event. Okay. Ooh, little handles. This seat has a handle, it seems. Oh! Luggage? This looks like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running. Feeding tubs, tools to repair wheels, blankets, horseshoeing tools. So, it's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems. There doesn't seem to be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure. Well, I don't imagine it would be very convenient for that purpose anyway. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck. And there doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description. I suppose it can be opened from the inside the cabin at least. Can't be opened from the inside, eh? Well. I think all luggage will give me the same dialogue. Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what I'm supposed to present. Have you seen enough? Let's step back outside then. London head office. Job masters. Oh. So. Oh. I've already read this. It's a wonderful view, huh? 418. Phoenix Wright Omnibus? Phoenix, I didn't know you started your job being a bus driver. I don't know if I got any information. Or where the coach... No. No driver. Okay. Oh. Oh. That part is the sheath, isn't it? Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, sorry. I just don't really like blades. Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a very large katana slung from his waist. That's not a blade. That's Kazuma's soul. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Ooh. Very fancy. Ugh, that looks like a lot of blood. It surely is blood. The victims. An Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood. Did you think it wouldn't? Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. Yes, I do understand. An ornate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus McGilded's initials. And it's beautifully gilded, too. It must be very valuable, you should think. Or I should think. Ah. What is it? Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W! This could change everything! A W? Yes. This is one of those, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it. I'm afraid I don't know at all. But what I'm sure of is that this is an M. Oh. Well, that idea was quickly quashed. Nothing else? God, I have no idea what to present. Fuck. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus, and that's when I saw it too. Well, I guess we keep pressing. We keep pressing until there's only Grammy left. Who believes in us? Grammy, you believe in us, right? What exactly did you see? Oh, well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor he was. And by the way, obviously you're referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaster, or the brickmaker. And the other passenger had the knife in his hand like this. By the other passenger, obviously. You are referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Then he plunged it down like this, stabbing the other passenger in the belly. What? Why would there be a scream and then a stabbing? Lord, I wish to speak. Yes, juror number 5. Do I take it that you too? As the master of the London Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horse has bolted, as they say. No, please, just keep an hold of it. Gee up, little Silver Blaze. The finish is in sight. Or gee up. I think it's gee up. Beppo is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what the man says. Oh, thank you, sir. You're too kind, sir. This is too unkind, sir. Which now means that 5 jurors agree to condemn this man. Madam Juror number 6. Yes, dear? What can I do for you? You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand. Oh, yes, I certainly have. Still, I got my hearing, you know. Then pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your leaning? Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I've always go to the park around this time of day and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park, it's called. The gentleman donated it to the city, you know, to put a smile on the Londoner's face, he said. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life. He's always doing such wonderful things for the city. That's right. A man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely. Mother, may we go to McGilded Public Library later and borrow some more books? How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do people not know? What kind of man Magnus McGilded really is? What kind of man he is? The philanthropist Magnus McGilded has enough wealth to purchase an entire city, he claims, to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one with the very darkest of souls. What? Stone the crows! McGilded lends money McGilded lends money at extortionate rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He's a vulture that preys on the weak. I've never heard of any mention of that before. Your faculties have deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So has this thought not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? Oh? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service? You're not saying that. The victim, a poor bricklayer, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McGilded. But let it also be known that that very day Mr. Magnus was killed, the final repayment date for his debts. Good gracious! The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house. He had not a shilling to which to repay his debts. And in the end, this pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken away from him. Or taken from him. His life. By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded. I don't believe it. If I might add something briefly, Miss Susato, you claim that the victim has lent money by Mr. McGilded. But where is the evidence to support your claim? Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, look at the freaking wine bottle. It's like a Grim Reaper with two sides. What the fuck? It's so edgy. So edgy. Pray, forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice in the court of law. Ha! There it is! Lord Van Zeek's hallowed chalice! How can this be considered acceptable? But I find myself in an unexpectedly good humor. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself. As a judicial assistant to the defense, I am simply doing my job. What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You will find the victim's name clearly recorded inside. Oh. Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in the toast to the enigmatic East at the same time. Enigmatic. Nice. A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence. Oh god. I think it's almost time for me to end. a little bit short, but I'm struggling with these words. And I still have to read bedtime story. Debtor's ledger. A catalog of people who had borrowed money from the defendant at a high rate of interest. It includes the victim who owed 20 guineas. Ah, yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable amount, or sum. Who else is in here, huh? Who else? This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets of London gentry. Oh dear. Do you really think we ought to look inside? Well, it's not as though we know any of the London's gentry personally, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder. I assure you we will not find Mr. Sholmes' name inside. Well, let's see what we find. Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it? Well, I suppose they're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? After all, not everyone in this country is well off. Ah, goodness! What is it? Look at this! Do you see the name here? Bruce Fairplay. Should this mean something to me? It does sound strangely familiar, actually. Bruce Fairplay, the witness testifying at this very moment. Oh yes, of course, the banker. Why is his name in here? Ah, he borrowed 20 guineas, did he? And look, the repayment date is fast approaching. It's possible that this is just a coincidence, of course, but this could be very useful information. Ah, among the defendants' list is a debtors is Bruce Fairplay, who would have been due to repay his loan imminently. Imminently? Oops. I don't know. There shouldn't be anything else. Oops. Yeah. Okay. And the accused has made quite certain he had ample recompense.
Well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes.
Regrettably, madam. That is the modus operandi of the accused.
And it's such a pretty little park, too. What a scoundrel. Still, maybe it's all for the best.
Ah, wait a minute. Let's think about this before.
I don't stand for nonsense.
Wow. That was it. The last juror's decision. According to this Encyclopedia of British Law, when all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended, and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That's what it says here. The final verdict. It's over then.
Oh. There's a footnote, though.
A footnote? However, the defense? All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement in this case. Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision. According to the laws of this country, I will now conclude the trial by delivering my final verdict. I trust there are no objections. Miss Susato, just tell me one thing.
Oh, yes.
You were in the middle of saying something before. The footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law. However, the defense. What did it say next?
Oh, yes, of course. One moment. When all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended, and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. Then the footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the jurors at this point.
Summation examination?
Objection!
A summation examination? From which century has that tome you have there been resurrected? Judging from the binding, I'd say that book is at least 50 years old. Any modern text in British law wouldn't have such an antiquated procedure to mention. It's a relic, long forgotten, and certainly no longer practiced. So you're out of luck.
Oh.
What even is it, Miss Susato? This so-called summation examination.
Oh, one moment, and I'll read about it.
You would demand the right to a procedure before you even understand what it entails. Typical Nipponese.
Ah, all right, Mr. Naruhodo. I think I understand. It seems that under this procedure, we would be able to appeal to the members of the jury.
To do what exactly?
Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decision. And it says here that if it's successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed.
Make them reverse their decisions. Yes, in times gone by, barristers would use a summation examination to attempt to influence the juror's decision. But that procedure became something of a formality, with no practical benefit really, so it rather fell out of use.
I wonder why.
Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister would even assert his right to try it in this day and age.
Still, I don't see any mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that, although it may be antiquated and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
A summation examination. Our last possible option. Do we assert our right to carry it out or admit defeat? We can't say no. The defense wishes to assert its right to summation examination, my lord.
Objection!
London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on earth. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very high standard of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment to that and should remain buried.
Objection!
But if it's all right, it's all right. I believe it could prove vital in this trial. The defense's petition is perfectly valid. The court will proceed with the summation examination. This is madness. Foreman, are you and the remainder of the journey ready? I'm not, There was no mention of this in the letter I received, you see, so... All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached their decision. On what grounds? You must all justify your decision and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty. Well, my lord, you're putting us on quite the spot.
This is most irregular. No mention of this was made before.
I don't really hold with all this justifying lark. That seems to have thrown the jurors off.
It seems none of them have experienced this before.
Alright then. The summation examination. The defense procedure no practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe. It might be the opportunity we've been looking for to turn this trial around. So be it then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. The court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which you find the defendant Magnus McGilded guilty of the most serious crime. Judicial findings. Ooh. The jurors' contentions. There was no one else inside the carriage at the time, so it has to have to be him.
I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory. It seems 4 passengers with fares totaling 20 pence.
He stuck the chap next to him just like that. Brazen, I must say. Brazen. I have simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far and drawn the logical conclusion. You can trust the guild. You can trust the guild. Fair fares is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years.
The scoundrel stabbing the poor man on the floor. A beggar's belief.
Well, we can definitely, object to the granny. Because he was stabbed. He was on the chair. For the others, there's math involved. 4 pence, and I think it's more than. Oh, the coach driver, the omnibus driver has been pocketing extra money, huh? Math. I'm starting to wish I hadn't pushed for this now.
Some of the jurors don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they?
Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. I'll have to throw everything I can at them and use some very persuasive language.
Just a moment, Mr. Naruhodo. According to my book, that's not quite how it works.
Oh? I thought I was going to have to thaw their icy minds with some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant.
Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says.
But then...
They've reached their conclusions by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, it could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they may become.
Then what on earth am I supposed to do?
Oh dear, I'm just citing what I read about British law, Mr. Naruhodo.
Right, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make this work then?
Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is to use the jurors' own words to make your arguments.
What do you mean?
Well, the 6 members of the jury are randomly selected members of the public. They may appear to present a united front, but the truth is, they are complete strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together.
And that's the way to bring them down, you mean?
Yes, exactly. We must listen very carefully to what each member of the jury says, and see if we can identify any contradictory statements. If we can contrast the statements and pit the corresponding jurors against each other.
I see. So it's contradictions in what 2 or more jurors say that we're looking for. In a way, then, this is similar to a regular cross-examination.
Oh, yes, I suppose you're right.
Find contradictions in their statements and pit the jurors against one another to break them down. All right. I might be able to pull this off. No, that's not right. I have to pull this off. Can we start the proceedings, counsel? I would like you to take the stand for this. I am expecting a clear and concise rebuttal. Yes, my lord. So there's already 2 contradictions I can see. The way things are stabbed and the cost of the bus. The defense's rebuttal. There was no one else against the carriage at the time, so it has to be them. I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers with fares totaling 20 pence. So that means 5 pence each. He stuck the chap next to him just like this. Brazen, I say. Absolutely brazen. And that's the knife direction. I have simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far and drawn a logical conclusion. This is nothing. You can trust the guild. Fair is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years. Should we do the fare first? The scoundrel stabbed the poor man on the floor. It beggars belief. Can we just pit them immediately? Can I save? No, because it auto-saves. Fine! Don't let me save scum. Oh my god! Look at this! That's pretty funny.
Objection!
These 2 statements clearly contradict each other. They do? Explain yourself, counsel. Me? Oh dear. What have I said? I swear on Silver Blaze's... Oh, is that a horse? I swear on Silver Blaze's main and name. I haven't the first idea what you're talking about. According to the... Whoa, he's walking! People walk in this game! According to the group testimony we have so far, there were 4 passengers on the omnibus in the night in question. And according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 20 pence in fares. Quite right. I have those precise details typed neatly here in front of me. And juror number 5 also told us the following. The fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence. That it is. A fair and convenient single price, as the way of London carriages should just the way London's carriages should be operated. But that doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy in the facts. Why, man, why? Do math. 4 passengers paying 4 pence each. If you do the multiplication, it would be 16 pence. Exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. The figures are different. By 4 pence, in fact. Or precisely, 1 person's fare. 1 person's fare? Oh. The bus driver wasn't pocketing it. There was another person. Yes. In other words, on the omnibus that night, it's distinctly possible there was another passenger we've heard nothing about. Good gracious! This can't be right. The coachmen of the guild are good, honest men, one and all. Trustworthiness is our watchword. The figures your coachmen claim are certainly do not add up. Your watchword, good sir, is a fallacy. I beg your pardon? Mr. Guildmaster, I think you ought to consider that, if this trial were to end now, the news will surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he lets nefarious characters ride his omnibus. Alright then, how do I make it so this miserable trial doesn't end, Well, according to my book here, you simply launch a ball of fire into the innocent side of this set of scales. Now, hold your horses, coachman. We were all in agreement. Why do you have to go and... Wait till I get my hands on you, Beppo! Oh, this is all very irritating. Begging your pardon, sir. I'm going to do the same.
For the love of Mike, not you as well.
A penny can be a difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly cannot put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exact standards in financial matters.
Oh, really?
I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witnesses again. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. You did it. If we can manage to change 2 more jurors' minds, we can force the trial to continue.
2 more. Actually, there is something else that's bothering me about the couple of their assertions.
Then that's where you must strike next.
So, I need to pit 2 more jurors against each other and show there's another contradiction in their assertions.
Exactly. You can do it.
Wait, how did you read my mind, Susato? I didn't say that out loud. Well, the scales of justice have shifted, but they still weigh heavy on the side of guilt. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue with your summation examination.
I'm changing my leaning to innocent. I should like to hear what the slipshod bookkeeper has to say for himself.
I want to see what changed.
Grr, Beppo. This trial has to continue so I can get to the bottom of this corruption. Not guilty, I say.
The scoundrel stabbed that poor man on the floor. It beggars belief. With this guy. He stuck the chap next to him. Just like this. Brazen, I must say.
Objection.
So funny. We get to pit people against each other. 10 out of 10. Alright, after pitting them, I think I'm gonna switch to reading. We see the dramatic trial must continue. These 2 statements are completely contradictory.
What? Explain, counsel. Post haste.
Oh, dearie me. I was only knitting a jumper for my other half. They're that small. Oh, I mean, I guess the blocking needs to happen so that the sweater is larger. What is all this claptrap? What does this contradictory even mean, I ask you?
We've heard from more than one witness that they allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3.
What? Can't you see I'm busy here?
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim?
What sort of motion was it? Ha! Want to test me, do you? It was like this. Stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. Just like the prim banker said.
Yes, that was Mr. Fairplay's testimony. Quite true.
Now then, juror number 6.
Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do for you, young man?
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim, madam?
Oh, well, dear, as far as I understand it, it was like this. He stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so.
Now don't move. Take a look at these 2 jurors. He stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor.
Well, I'd never. They're stabbing totally different directions. What?
Bless my stitches. What a muddle.
That's what this tells us. Is that there's a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth.
Oh.
But why? Why the dickens would they lie?
I don't know yet, but what I do know is that if the trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen? In all good conscience.
Lies, you say? Oh, dearie me. I cannot abide people telling lies.
Is very dramatic with the scales and the jury fireballs.
The scales.
No, I don't believe it. You don't? Hold it. Wait. Now hear this, my fellow jurors. I warn you. You cannot listen to this man. Look at him. In his black suit, he's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer using magic on us all. If I could use magic, do you really think I'd be putting myself through all this? Answer me this, dark jinx. Huh? Me? What exactly is the problem? What if these two witnesses have slightly different recollections of events? What of it? Let's say the Shylock did stab the victim as he was sat next to him on the omnibus. And this young dandy saw him do it. And now let's say the victim collapsed on the floor and then the Shylock stabbed him again. And this old lady saw him do it. Well, what's to say it didn't happen like that, What are you calling dandy, sir? Well, I should take this knife to you. What are you calling... Why are you calling old? Why, I should take this needle to you. They're ready to kill each other now. But could the four men of the jury be right? Did the two witnesses see different moments of the same crime? It's out of the question. Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman. What is it, you dark jinx? Come out! Out with it! What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question. Oh. What? What are you talking about, man? How can you possibly say that? You do realize I'm only doing my job. As foreman of the jury, I have a responsibility to steer everyone in the right direction. It seems you're steering everyone in a certain direction, though. So, where's your evidence, man? Let's see what you... that's what I want to see. Or we want to see. I say the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime. If you say that's out of the question, show me some proof. It looks like the only way I'm going to convince him is to present him with something he can't dismiss. Some irrefutable hard evidence. As you wish. What? I'll give you the proof. It's out of the question that the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime, as proven by the autopsy report that says single stab.
Take that!
Fuck you! This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen only once. Huh, only once? It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time. Which means these witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen two different times. Alright. I concede defeat. You did it, Ryunosuke. Wait, that means 4 jurors are now leaning to not guilty.
We've done it, Mr. Naruhodo. We've won!
What you playing at, you dandy fool? Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me. But we had a consensus.
I said shut your trap! I know a liar when I see one. If that chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take a razor-sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head.
Please tell me he's a barber.
Well, in quite a remarkable turn of events, the defense summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there's no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to abjudicate, sure. Abjudicate. Adjudicate?
Oh my gosh. I think it's because I want to say a different word. What's the other word? Oh man, I forgot what the other word is. Is this the word for like a king or emperor relieving himself of the duty of being king or emperor? Whatever.
And the trial must continue.
Oh, I just realized the sword at our waist, or Junosuke's waist, has Kazuma's sword. I didn't realize that when he was walking around. Did he show below? Anyways.
I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth. So, Lord Van Zeeks, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please.
Oh my good god. This is stupid vampire man. Wow. Oh my god. This is too what's the long ass animation? What the fuck is this? It's so dramatic. And none of it spills on his white gloves. Oh god, what the fuck? Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this hallowed chalice, it may seem crass to crush it to dust. Pray, forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks!
Is it cold in here, or is it just me?
As your antiquated tome no doubt says, the prosecution may not speak during the summation examination.
So I honored a deathly silence and listened to the charade.
It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury.
Well, no matter. There is nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem. No, and why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle. Wow! Wow, cloaks are off! The true battle is beginning. Oh my good god, he's so dramatic. Bring forth the witnesses once more. Christ. Witnesses, I trust you heard the summation examination we have had to endure. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. There doesn't seem to be like a good place to end it. Besides like right now. Right after the summation examination. And right before he's probably going to what do you call it? probably review to us, because this game loves repeating the same thing over and over again. For people who play in short bursts, probably. So we all understand what's happening in the trial right now. We have to figure out who's lying. Why is there an extra passenger, supposedly, or an extra fare? Why did two people see two different things? Oh, you're on your way home? I'm about... Oh gosh, I have hiccups. That's not good. Stream is ending in like half an hour. I'll just be reading for the next half hour. So maybe I should say goodnight to you, Ikaru, for now. But don't worry, I shall stream again sometime this week. Curse draw redeem next time? Oh dear. Oh gosh. Alright, I will see you next time, and I will have to draw. I will anticipate a draw next time. I see Cishre already tucking themselves in. Alright, let's get some background tunes. Be right back with some background tunes. Wow, that loaded fast. All right. Are we ready for... I'm gonna read for a half hour so that I don't kill my throat too badly. Man, I can't believe they put two whole different stories in this book. All right. Tuck in. Get ready for bed. It's time for a bedtime story, okay? More murder! Alright, we're slowly discovering the mystery of Alan Conway's death. Supposedly suicide? Wesley and Con, Framlingham. I drove back to Framlingham, parked the car in the main square, and walked the rest of the way. The town really was a bit of a mishmash. At the far end, there was a well-preserved castle, surrounded by swaths of grass and a moat. A perfect fantasy of England, as it might have been at the time of Shakespeare, complete with a pub and a duck pond nearby. But another 50 yards and the charm came to an abrupt end, with Saxmundham Road, wide and modern, stretching into the distance, a golf garage on one side, and an assortment of very ordinary houses and bungalows on the other. Wesley and Con, the firm of solicitors used by Alan Conway, occupied a mustard-colored building on the edge of town. It was a house, not an office, despite the signage beside the front door. I wasn't sure if Mr. Khan could see me without an appointment, but I walked in anyway. I needn't have worried. The place was quite dead, with a girl reading a magazine behind the reception desk, and a young man staring vacantly at a computer screen opposite. The building was old, with uneven walls and floorboards. But that creaked. They added grey carpets and striped lighting, but it still looked like somebody's home. The girl ran through. Mr. Khan would see me. I was shown upstairs and into what must have been the master bedroom, now converted into a no-nonsense office, looking out onto the window. Sajid Khan, his full name was on the door, rose up from behind the reproduction antique desk, with a green leather top and brass handles. It was the sort of desk you chose if you wanted to make a point. He was a large, effusive man, in his 40s, bullish in his movements, and in the way he spoke. Come in, come in. Please, take a seat. Have you been offered tea?" He had very black hair and thick eyebrows that almost met. He was wearing a sports jacket with patches on the elbows, and what might have been a club tie. It seemed unlikely that he'd been born in Framlingham, and I wondered what had brought him to such a backwater and, for that matter, how he fitted in with Mr. Wesley. There was a photograph frame beside him, one of those modern digital ones with the image changing every 30 seconds, either sliding or corkscrewing into itself. Before I'd even sat down, I'd been introduced to his wife, 2 daughters, his dog, and an elder woman in a hijab who might have been his mother. I don't know how he lived with it. It would have driven me mad. I declined the offer of tea and sat down in front of the desk. He took his place and briefly explained why I was there. His demeanor changed at the mention of Alan's name. "I found him, you know," he told me. "I went round there on Sunday morning. Alan and I were having a meeting. Have you been out of the house? Or out to the house? And although you may not believe it, I must tell you that I have had a feeling something was wrong. Even as I drove up, that was before I saw him, and to start with, I have no idea what I was looking at. I thought someone had thrown some old clothes onto the lawn. Really, I did. Then I realized it was him. I knew at once that he was dead. I did not go near. I called the police at once." "You were quite close to him, I understand?" Sajid Khan was SK in the diary. The 2 of them played tennis together, and he had gone over to the house on the Sunday. "Yes," he said. "I'd read many of the Atticus Pund novels before I'd met him, and you could certainly say I was a great admirer of his work. As things turned out, we did a bit of business with him, and I'm very happy to say that I got to know him well. In fact, I would go as far as to say that, yes, we were definitely friends." "When did you see him When did you last see him?" "About a week ago."
"Did you have any idea he was planning to kill himself?"
"Absolutely none at all. Alan was in his office, sitting directly where you are now. We were actually talking about the future, and he seemed to be perfectly good spirits."
"He was ill."
"So I understand, but he never mentioned it to me, Miss Ryland. He called me on Saturday evening. I must have been one of the last people he spoke to, who spoke to him while he was still alive." It would have been hard to speak to him if he wasn't, I thought. Always the editor. "May I ask what you talked about, Mr. Khan? And why were you visiting him on Sunday? I know it's not my business," I smiled sympathetically, inviting him to take me into his confidence. "Well, I suppose it can't hurt telling you now. There had been certain changes to his domestic arrangements, and Alan had decided to rethink his will. I'd actually drawn up a new draft and took it over to show it to him. He was going to sign it on Monday."
"He was going to cut out James Taylor."
He frowned. "Forgive me if I do not go into details. I don't think it would be appropriate."
"It's all right, Mr. Khan. He wrote to us at Cloverleaf Books. He actually told us he was going to take his own life, and he mentioned that James was no longer in his will."
"Again, I don't think it's my place to comment on any communication he might have had with you." Khan paused, and then let out a sigh. "I'll be honest with you and say that I did find that side of Alan quite hard to fathom."
"You mean his sexuality?"
"No, of course not. That's not what I meant at all. But having a partner who's quite so much younger than him.
Khan was getting himself into difficulties, trying to balance his different prejudices. A picture of him arm in arm with his wife slid across the frame.
I knew Mr. Conway quite well, you know.
I had met Melissa Conway a few times at publishing events. I remember her as a quiet, fairly intense woman. She always gave the impression that she knew something terrible was about to happen, but didn't want to put it into words. How did you know her? I asked.
Well, actually, she introduced Alan to us. When they bought their house in Suffolk, that was in Orford, she came to us for a conveyance of sorts. Sadly, they parted company a few years later. We weren't involved in the divorce, but we did act for Alan when he bought Abbey Grange, or Ridgeway Hall as it was known then. He actually changed the name.
Where is she now?
She remarried. I believe she lives near Bath.
I played back what he had just told me. Sajid Khan had drawn up a new will and taken it round Sunday morning. But when he had got there... He never signed it, I exclaimed. Alan died before he could sign the new will.
That is correct, yes.
The unsigned will is one of those tropes of detective fiction that I've come to dislike, only because it's so overused. In real life, a lot of people don't even bother to make a will, but then we've all managed to persuade ourselves that we're going to live forever. They certainly don't go around the place threatening to change in order to give someone the perfect excuse to come and kill them. It looked as if Alan Conway had done exactly that.
I would be so grateful if you did not repeat this conversation, Miss Ryland, Khan continued. As I said to you, I really should not be discussing the will.
It doesn't matter, Mr. Khan. It's not the reason I'm here.
Then how can I help you?
I'm looking for the manuscript of Magpie Murders, I explained. Alan had finished it just before he died, but it's missing the last chapters. I don't suppose...
Alan never showed me his work before it was published, Khan replied.
He was glad to be back on safer ground.
He was kind enough to autograph a copy of Atticus Pund Abroad before it was published. But I'm afraid he never really talked about his work with me. You might try his sister.
Yes, I'm going to see her tomorrow.
It would be better not to not mention the will to her, if you'd be so kind. The two of us will be meeting later in the week, and we have the funeral next weekend.
I'm just looking for the missing pages.
I hope you find them. We're all going to miss Alan. It would be nice to have one last memory.
He smiled and got to his feet. On the desk, the photograph changed again, and I saw that it had completed its circuit. It was showing the same picture I'd seen when I came in. It was definitely time to go. Extract from The Slide by Alan Conway. The dining room at the Crown was... Wait, they're putting another book within this book? Oh my god. Why? That's too many narratives for my brain cells. I only have one. Extract from The Slide by Alan Conway. The dining room at the Crown was almost empty when I went in for dinner, and I might have felt a little self-conscious eating on my own. But I had company. I had brought The Slide with me, the novel which Alan Conway had written. When he had pleaded with Charles to publish, even as he prepared to end his life. Was Charles right? Here is how it opened. Lord Quentin Crump comes slumping down the staircase, lording it as he always does over cooks and the maids, the butlers and footmen, that exist only in his infractuous mind or imagination, that have, in truth, slipped
hugger-mugger into adumbration of family history. There's so many words I don't understand in that one sentence. They were there when he was a boy, and in some ways, he is still a boy. Or perhaps it is more true to say that the boy he was lurks obstinately in the fleshy folds that 50 years of unhealthy living has deposited. On the barren winter tree that is his skeleton. 2 boiled eggs, Cookie. You know how I like it. You know how I like them. Soft but not runny. Marmite soldiers like Mummy used to make. All present and correct. The chickens not laying. Damn their eyes, Agnes. What's the point of a chicken that don't lay? Is this not his inheritance? Is it not his right? He lives in a stately pile, where he was brought squealing and mewling into the world. A damp, unlovely ball of poisonous mauve. Tearing open the curtains of his mother's vagina with the same violence with which he will rampage through the rest of his life. Here he is now with his cheeks rampaged by spider veins, as ruby red as the oh-so-fine wines that brought them erupting to the surface. His cheeks jostled for a position on the face that barely has a room to contain them. A mustache is smeared across his upper lip, as if it crawled out of his nostril. Taken one look at his own progenitor, lost all hope and died. His eyes are mad. Not, let's cross and walk to the other side of the road mad, but lizardly and definitely dangerous. He has the crump eyebrows, and they are a little mad too, leaping out of his flesh like a hoary ragwort. Senecio aquaticus, which he has been unable to eradicate from the croquet lawn. Today, it being a Saturday, and the weather a little cold for that time of year, he is dressed into tweed jacket, tweed waistcoat, tweed trousers, tweed socks. He likes tweed. He even likes the sound of it when he orders a suit from the place he frequents in Savile Row. Though not so frequently now. Not at £2,000 a throw. Still, it's worth it. That moment of pleasant reassurance as the black cab stutters round the bend and spits him out at the front door. Very good to see you, my lord. And how is Lady Crump? Always a pleasure to see you down. How long in town? A nice cheviot tweed, perhaps, in brown. Where's the measure tape? Look lively, Miggs. I fancy our waistline might need revisiting since our last appointment, my lord. His waist no longer has a line. It's all just flesh. He is corpulent now, almost a pantomime proportions, and knows that he is floundering in the scummy waters of ill health. His ancestors watch him from their curling gold frames as he descends the staircase. Not one of them smiling, disappointed, perhaps, that this fat twerp should now be the master of the house home, or the family home, that 400 years of careful inbreeding should amount to nothing more. But does he care? He wants his breakfast, his brekkie. He infantilizes everything, and when he eats, he will dribble his food down his chin and still wonder, in one corner of his mind, why Nanny doesn't appear to wipe it away. He enters the breakfast room and sits down, his adipose buttocks nearly missing the arms of the 18th century Hepplewhite chair that now strains in support of him. There is a white linen serviette which he unfolds and tucks into his collar beneath his chin, or rather chins. He has a double ration that is the standard issue of the well-bred English gentleman. There is the Times newspaper waiting for him, but he does not pick it up quite yet. Why should he share the world's bad news?
the daily communion of depression, disorientation, and decay, when he has had plenty enough of his own to be getting on with. He is deaf to the whining, stentorian voices that warn of the rise of Islamic fundamentalism and the fall of the pound. His childhood home, the manor, is in danger. It may not last until the end of the month. These are the thoughts, the noisome squatters that occupy his mind. Yeah, they shouldn't have published that. That was a pain to read. Oh my god. It went on in this vein for some 420 pages. I'm afraid I was skim reading after the first chapter, and picked out only the odd sentence after that. The novel seemed to be an attempt at satire, a grotesque fantasy about the British aristocracy. The plot, insofar as it had one, concerned Lord Crump's bankruptcy, and his attempts to turn his crumbling, stately home into a tourist attraction by lying about its history, inventing a ghost, and transferring the elderly and largely docile animals from a local zoo to wander in his grounds. The slide of the title was intended to be the centerpiece in an adventure playground which he had constructed, although clearly it also referred portentously to the state of the nation. It was revealing that when the first visitors arrived, the woman in nylon puff jackets, thick, fat, ugly, whining slags with nicotine-stained nails, their brain-dead sons trailing wires from their ears, with branded boxers shorts rising over the belts of their sagging, unfit jeans, they were treated with the same contempt as the Crumps themselves. The slide worried me for all sorts of reasons. How could a man had written 9 hugely popular and entertaining novels, the Atticus Finch series, have come up with something that was, at the end of the day, quite so hateful? It was almost like discovering that Enid Blyton, in her spare time, had turned to pornography. The style was painfully derivative. It reminded me of another writer, but at the moment I wasn't quite sure who. It seemed obvious to me that Conway was laboring for effect with every sentence, with every ugly metaphor. Worse still, this wasn't early work. Juvenilia written before he had found his voice. The reference to Islamic fundamentalism proved that. He had been tinkering with it recently and had mentioned it in his final letter, asking Charles to take a second look. It had still mattered to him. Did it represent his worldview? Did he really think it was any good? I didn't sleep well that night. I'm used to bad writing. I've looked at plenty of novels that have no hope of being published. But I'd known Alan Conway for 11 years, or I thought I had, and I found it almost impossible to believe that he could have produced this, all 420 pages of it. It was as if he was whispering to me as I lay there in the darkness, telling me something I didn't want to hear. God. Oxford, Suffolk. Magpie Murders is set in a fictional village in Somerset. Most of the stories take place in villages that Ellen has made up, and even the two London-based novels, No Rest for the Wicked and Gin and Cyanide, use false names for anything that might be recognizable. Hotels and restaurants, museums, hospitals, and theaters. It's as if the author is afraid of exposing his fantasy characters to the real world, even with the protection of 1950s setting. Punt is only comfortable when he's strolling in the village green, or drinking in the local pub. Murders take place during cricket and croquet matches. The sun always shines. Given that he had named his house after a Sherlock Holmes short story, it's possible that Alan was inspired by Holmes's famous dictum.
The lowest and vilest alleys in London do not present a more dreadful record of sin than does the smiling and beautiful countryside. Why do English villages lend themselves so well to murder? I used to wonder about this, but got the answer when I made the mistake of renting a cottage, in a village near Chichester. Charles had advised against it, but at the time, I thought how nice it'd be to get away now and then for a weekend. He was right. I couldn't wait to go back. I soon discovered that every time I made a friend, I made 3 enemies, and that arguments about such issues as car parking and church bells, dog waste and hanging flower baskets dominated daily life, to such an extent that everyone was permanently at each other's throats. That's the truth of it. Emotions which are quickly lost in the noise and chaos of a city fester around the village square, driving people to psychosis and violence. It's a gift to a whodunit writer. There's also the advantage of connectivity. Cities are anonymous, but a small rural community, everyone knows everyone, making it so much easier to create suspects and, for that matter, people who suspect them. It was obvious to me that Alan had Orford in mind when he created Saxby-on-Avon. It wasn't in Avon. There were no Georgian constructions made of Bath stone with handsome porticos and gardens rising up in terraces. But as soon as I passed the fire station with its bright yellow training tower and entered the village square, I knew exactly where I was. The church was called St. Bartholomew's, not St. Botolph's. But it was in the right place, and even had a few broken stone arches attached. There was a pub looking out over the graveyard. The Queen's Arms, where Punt had stayed, was actually called the King's Head. The village notice board, where Joy had posted her notice of infidelity, was on one side of the square. The village shop and the bakery, it was called the Pump House, was on the other side. The castle, which cast a shadow over Dr. Redwing's house, which must have been built around the same time as the one I had seen in Framlingham, was a short distance away. There was even a Daphne Road. In the book, it had been Neville Brent's address, but in the real world, it was Alan's sister who lived there. The house was very much as he described it. I wonder what this meant. No. By finding the corresponding characters to his novel and solving the crime, we find out who killed Magnus and therefore Alan Conway. Is this what this book is doing? Fuck. I don't have enough brain cells for this. Just tell me who murdered. Claret Jenkins had been able to see me that day. The day before, but had agreed to meet at lunchtime. I got there early and strolled around the village, following the main road all the way back to the River Ald. The river doesn't exist in Alan's book. It's been replaced by the main road to Bath. Pye Hall is somewhere over to the left, which would in reality place it on land belonging to the Orford Yacht Club. I still had time in hand, so I had a coffee at the second pub, the Jolly Sailor. In the book, it's called the Ferryman, although both names reference boats. I also walked past a wild meadow, which would have been the inspiration for Dingle Dell. Although there was no vicarage that I could see, and only a small patch of woodland, I was beginning to get an idea of the way Alan's mind worked. He had taken his own house, Abbey Grange, and placed it, complete with lakes and trees, in the village where he had lived until his divorce. Then he had taken the entire construction and transported it to Somerset, which was also incidentally where his ex-wife and son now lived. It was evident that he used everyone and everything around him. Charles Clover's golden retriever, Bella, had made it into the narrative. James Taylor had a supporting role, and I had little doubt that Alan's sister Claire would have turned out to be recast as Clarissa, which made Alan Conway the real-life Magnus Pi. It was interesting that he identified with the main character of his book, an obnoxious and arrogant landowner. Did he know something I didn't? Claire Jenkins was not wearing a hat with 3 feathers. Her house wasn't unpleasantly modern. In short, it was nothing like the building in Wensley Terrace that Alan had described. It was admittedly quite small, modest compared to some of the other properties in Orford, but it was cozy and tasteful, and quite lacking in any religious iconography. She herself was short, rather pugnacious woman, dressed in a turtleneck jersey and jeans that didn't flatter her. Unlike Clarissa Pye, she didn't color her hair, which was lost in the dead man's land between brown and gray. It swept down into a fringe over her eyes that were tired and filled with grief. She looked nothing like her brother. And the first thing I noticed when she showed me into her living room was that she had none of his books on display. Maybe she had turned him face down in mourning. She had invited me to lunchtime, but she didn't offer me any lunch. She gave every impression of wanting to rid of me as soon as possible.
I was shocked when I heard about Alan, she said. He was 3 years younger than me, and we've been close all our lives. He's the reason I moved to Orford. I'd no idea he'd been ill. He never told me about it. I saw James only once a week. I saw James only a week ago, shopping in Ipswich, and he didn't tell me either. I always got on very well with him, by the way, although I was very surprised when he turned up as Alan's partner. We all were. I can't think what my parents would have said if they'd still been alive. My father was a headmaster, you know, but they died a very long time ago. James never mentioned anything about Alan being ill. I wonder if he even knew. When Atticus Pund interviews people, they usually make sense. Perhaps it's his skill as an interrogator, but he manages to make them start at the beginning and answers his questions thoroughly. Claire wasn't like that. She talked in a way that someone with a punctured lung might breathe. The words came out in fits and starts, and I had to concentrate to follow what she was saying. She was very upset. She told me that her brother's death had knocked her for 6. What I can't get over is that he didn't reach out to me. We had our difficulties lately, but I'd have been happy to talk to him if he was worried about something. He killed himself because of his illness, I said. That's what the DS lock told me, but there's no need to do anything quite so drastic. These days, there are so many sorts of palliative care. My husband had lung cancer, you know. The nurses were absolutely wonderful, the way they looked after him. I think he was happier in the last few months of his life than he'd ever been with me. He was the center of attention. He liked that. I came to Orford after he died. It was Alan who brought me here. He said it would be nice if we were close. This house. I would have never been able to afford it if it hadn't been for him. He really would have thought, after what I'd been through, that he would have confided in me. If he was really thinking of killing himself, why didn't he let me know? Perhaps he was afraid you'd talk him out of it. I couldn't have talked Alan out of anything, or into it. We weren't like that. You said you were close to him. Oh yes, I knew him better than anyone. There are so many things I could tell you about him. I'm surprised you never published his autobiography. He never wrote one. You could have had someone else to write it. I didn't argue. I'd be interested to know anything you tell me. Would you? She leapt at my words. Maybe I should write about him. I could tell you about our time at Chortley Hall when we were children. I like to do that, you know. I read the obituaries and they were hardly described Alan at all.
I tried to steer her towards the point. James mentioned to me that you helped him with his work. He said that you typed up some of his manuscript.
That's right. Alan always did the first draft by hand. He liked to use the fountain pen. He didn't trust computers. He didn't want to have all the technology between him and his work. He always said he preferred the intimacy of pen and ink. He said he felt closer to the page. I did his fan mail for him. People wrote him such lovely letters, but he didn't have time to answer them at all. He taught me how to write in his voice. I would write the letters and he would sign them. And I also helped him with his research, poisons and things like that. I was the one who introduced him to Richard Locke.
It had been Detective Superintendent Locke who had telephoned Charles with the news of Alan's death.
I work for Suffolk Constabulary,
Claire explained.
in Ipswich. We're in Museum Street.
Are you a police officer?
I work in HR.
Did you type Magpie Murders for him? I asked. She shook her head.
I stopped after gin and cyanide. The thing is, you see, well, he never gave me anything. He was quite generous to me in some ways. He helped me to buy this house. He would take me out and things like that. But after I'd done 3 of the books, I suggest that he might put me on, I don't know, a salary. It seemed reasonable. I wasn't asking for a great deal of money. I just thought I ought to be paid. Unfortunately, it got quite wrong because I saw at once that he'd been upset. He wasn't mean. I'm not saying that. He just didn't think it was right to employ me because I was his sister. He didn't exactly argue after, but he just typed the manuscripts himself. Or maybe he got James to help him, I don't know.
I told her about the missing chapters, but she was unable to help me.
I didn't read any of it. He never let me see. I used to read all the books before they were published, but after we argued, he didn't show them to me anymore. Alan was always like that, you know. He was someone who was very easy to offend.
If you do write about him, you should put all this down, I said. The 2 of you grew up together. Did he always know he was going to be a writer? Why did he write whodunits?
Yes, I will. I'll do exactly that. And then, in the blink of an eye, she came out with it. I don't think he killed himself.
I'm sorry?
I don't.
She blurted out the words as if she had wanted to from the moment I had arrived and couldn't wait any longer.
I told T.S. Locke, but he wouldn't listen. Alan didn't commit suicide. I don't believe it for a minute.
You think it's an accident?
I think someone killed him.
I stared at her. Who would want to do that?
There are plenty of people. There are people who were jealous of him, and there were people who didn't like him. Melissa, for one. She never forgave him for what he did to her, and I suppose you can understand, leaving her for a young woman. She was humiliated, and you should talk to his neighbor, John White. The 2 of them fell out over money. Alan talked to me about it. He said he was capable of anything. Of course, he may not have been someone who actually knew him. When you're a famous writer, you always have stalkers. There was a time, not that long ago, when Alan got death threats. I know because he showed them to me.
Who were they from?
Some writer he'd met down in Devonshire. Someone he was trying to help. I could hardly bear to read them. The language in them was horrible. Swear words and obscenities.
Do you have any of them?
They might have them at the police station. We had to go to the police in the end. I showed them to D.S. Locke, and he said we should take them seriously, but Alan knew who'd they come from. Alan loved life. Even if he was ill, he would have wanted to go on until the end.
He wrote a letter
I felt I had to tell her. The day before he killed himself, he wrote to us and told us what he was going to do. She looked at me with a mixture of disbelief and resentment in her eyes. He wrote to you? Yes. To you personally? No. The letter was addressed to Charles Clover, his publisher. She considered this. Why did he write to you? He didn't write to me. I can't understand it at all. We grew up together. Until he was sent away to boarding school, the two of us were inseparable. And even afterwards, when I saw him... Her voice trailed away, and I realized that I had been foolish. I had really upset her. Would you like me to leave? I asked. She nodded. She had taken out a handkerchief, but she wasn't using it. She was balling it in her fist. I'm very sorry, I said. She didn't come with me to the door. I showed myself out, and when I looked back through the window, she was still sitting there, where I had left her. She wasn't crying. She was just staring at the wall, offended, angry. All right. I think it is time for good nights. I hope you all enjoyed the next part of the Ace Attorney Chronicles. We got introduced to the jury, and they immediately went against us, but then we turned it around. That's what I thought they were gonna do. Like in this game, if they gave us a way where the jury, what do you call it? The jury can be our downfall. They're going to be. But what I thought they were going to do is leave us one person, right? I thought, instead of like pulling out a cool rule for a sequence where we get to see Ryunosuke walk around. I thought they were going to make us like, if there was 6 jurors, they would like all 5 of them would be on the guilty side, but then there would be like one left where like, oh, it's your final decision, and then Ryunosuke would have to like convince them, to not end the trial. But apparently a rule was pulled out of their ass in order to pit them against each other. I do like that thing though, pitting them against each other. Just the visual of it with the spotlights, I like that. All right. Thank you for listening to the little stories, Ikaru. I hope to see you next time. I hope everyone has a lovely, lovely night. And what beautiful dream should we have? We should have a dream of where you pit everybody against each other. All the nuglets fighting each other. That's what it is. Yes. Work hard, Ikaru. And then you can have a break, maybe. Hopefully I'll be streaming at least 2 more times this week, maybe. I don't know. I'll see how tired I am. I'm having so much trouble sleeping. So I do hope everybody sleeps well. For your health. For your lovely dreams. Good night.